Good evening and welcome to News 24. This is Tamima Assam with the top news of the day. The case file of JKG Healthcare Chairman Dr. Sabrina Arif Chaudhry has been handed over to the Detective Branch DB of Dhaka Metropolitan Police DMP for investigation. Detectives are interrogating JKG Healthcare Chairman Dr. Sabrina Arif Chaudhry at Detective Branch Office in city's Mintu Road area. Earlier in remand, Sabrina told police that she was the victim of her husband's conspiracy. However, she has not admitted in her involvement with the fake COVID-19 test scam. Meanwhile, it has been alleged that Shamima Noor Papia, who is in jail on various charges, including immoral and unsocial activities, is accused of irregularities and fraud, and Regent Hospital Chairman Shahid used to party together on the hotel's roof. At the same time, the RAB is also looking into the legitimacy of Shahid's gunman's weapon. On the other hand, the investigation of 4 cases of Inamul Haq Inu and Rupon Bhuya arrested in the casino case has been completed, and the charge sheet will be filed next week. Different progressive organizations have carried out a protest on the Health Ministry demanding the removal of the Health Minister and the Director General of the Department for Corruption in the health sector. Leaders and activists of 9 progressive organizations marched from the National Press Club to 0 Point and encircled the Ministry of Health on Tuesday. Ignoring the police barricade, the leaders and activists of the organization got into a scuffle with the police when they wanted to go towards the Ministry of Health. Later, at a brief rally, leaders of progressive organizations said the Health Ministry was using state's power, including the police, to cover up its misdeeds. They also alleged that many Health Ministry officials were involved in the JKG and Regent Hospital scandals. The number of COVID-19 recovered patients in the country crossed 1 lakh mark today, increasing the tally to 1,03,227. The Health Directorate has reported 33 more deaths from the novel coronavirus and 3,163 new cases of infection after testing 13,453 samples in the last 24 hours. With this, the death toll from the deadly virus rose to 2,424. Additional Director General of Health Directorate, Nasima Sultana, made the disclosure during a virtual briefing today. The virus has killed over 5.7 lakh people globally and infected more than 13.23 million so far. Meanwhile, 2 experimental coronavirus vaccines jointly developed by German biotech firm BioNTech and U.S. pharmaceutical giant Pfizer have received fast-track designation from the U.S. drug regulator. If the ongoing studies are successful, the companies expect to make up to 100 million doses by the end of this year. Obaidul Qadir, General Secretary of the Awami League and Minister for Road Transport and Bridges, urged all, including the lessee and the local administration, to abide by the hygiene rules in sacrificial cattle markets. He made the remarks while briefing at his official residence at noon. Meanwhile, Obaidul Qadir called upon the leaders and activists of allied organizations, including Awami League, to provide cooked food to the people of the flood-affected areas and cooperate with the administration in providing humanitarian assistance. The flood situations in Bangladesh are further being deteriorated in northern areas and Sylhet. Tista water has decreased at different points in Kurigram and Lalmonirhat, but the water level of Dhorla has increased. In Kurigram, the water level of Dhorla is 100 centimeters. The water level of Brahmaputra is 65 centimeters, and the water level of Tista is flowing 13 centimeters above the danger level. As a result, about 50 villages of 4 unions of Shodor and Nageshwari Upajalas have been newly flooded. Besides, the people of 20 flooded villages are suffering due to the collapse of flood control dams. In Jamalpur, the water of Brahmaputra is flowing at 99 centimeters. Meanwhile, the river water in Sunamganj has decreased a bit. However, people are suffering due to the waterlogging. Therefore, there is a shortage of food and clean water in most of the affected areas. After being awarded a Guard of Honor, noted industrialist of the country and chairman of Jamuna Group Nurul Islam Babul was laid to eternal rest on Tuesday afternoon at the Bonani graveyard following his namaz-e-janaza after Zohar prayer on Jamuna Future Park Mosque premises at Guril. Before the janaza, people from all walks of life paid their last respects to him. The President Abdul Hamid and members of the cabinet also mourned the death of the prominent industrialist, chairman of Bashundhara Group Ahmed Akbar Subhan, expressed deep grief at his death. He also expressed deep sympathy to the bereaved family. Babul breathed his last at the Evercare Hospital in the capital at 3:40 p.m. on Monday. On June 14th, Babul was admitted to the hospital after the tested COVID positive for coronavirus. Jatiya Party is observing the first death anniversary of its founder H.M. Ershad with elaborate programs with due respect. The party said all programs will be held maintaining social distancing and health guidelines amid the coronavirus pandemic. In the morning, the senior leaders and activists of the party visited Ershad's grave in Rangpur for seeking eternal peace for his departed soul. Meanwhile, Jatiya Party chairman and Ershad's brother G.M. Kader thanked the government for taking strict action against corruption in the health sector. The by-elections of Joshua 6 and Bogora 1 constituencies are being held today amid the coronavirus outbreak. Voting starts at 9 a.m. and ends at 5 p.m. in accordance with the health rules. Voter turnout has been seen low due to the fear of the spread of the COVID-19 infection. Keshabpur Upazila, an area under Joshua 6 constituency, has 89 centres in this constituency of 2,03,000 voters. After the death of Ismat Arak Sadiq on January 21st, the Election Commission declared the constituency vacant. As per the constitution, a maximum of 180 days have elapsed and the Commission has announced to hold elections in the constituency. Meanwhile, the total number of voters in Shariakandi and Shonatala Upazilas under Bogora 1 constituency is 3,30,917 people. There are 123 polling stations. The constituency became vacant on the death of ruling party MP Abdul Mannan. General holidays have already been declared in 2 constituencies. Candidates of other parties, including Awami League and Jatiya Party, have contested in the election as BNP did not participate in this election. That's all the news for today. Thank you for watching News 24. Please stay with us.